Manchester City Football Club, one of the most successful and globally recognized teams in modern football, has a storied history filled with highs and lows, moments of brilliance, and periods of struggle. Founded in 1880, the club's journey to becoming a powerhouse in the Premier League and on the international stage is both fascinating and inspiring. Let's dive into the history of Manchester City and explore the key milestones that have shaped the club. Early years and formation, 1880 to 1920. Manchester City traces its roots back to 1880, when it was founded as St. Mark's, West Gorton, by members of St. Mark's Church. The aim was to create a team that would help alleviate the social issues in the community. By 1887, the club had moved to a new ground and changed its name to Ardwick AFC. It wasn't until 1894 that the club adopted the name Manchester City Football Club, coinciding with its admission to the Football League. During the early 20th century, City achieved its first significant success. In 1904, the team won the FA Cup, marking their first major trophy. However, this period was also marred by financial difficulties and relegation issues, which prevented sustained success. Post-war resurgence and the Mercer-Allison era, 1920 to 1970. After World War II, Manchester City began to establish itself as a competitive force in English football. The 1930s saw the club reach the FA Cup final twice, winning it in 1934. The 1950s were notable for the club's unique achievement of losing the 1955 FA Cup final, but winning it the following year in 1956, a final famous for Bert Trautmann playing with a broken neck. The most successful period in the club's early history came in the late 1960s under the management of Joe Mercer and his assistant Malcolm Allison. This era, known as the Mercer-Allison era, saw City win the league title in 1968, the FA Cup in 1969, and the League Cup and European Cup Winners' Cup in 1970. This success was built on a team featuring legends such as Colin Bell, Francis Lee, and Mike Summerbee. Decline and relegation, 1970 to 2000. The 1970s and 1980s were a roller coaster for Manchester City, characterized by sporadic success and frequent struggles. Despite winning the League Cup in 1976, the club experienced several relegations, falling as far as the third tier of English football in 1998. These decades were challenging for City fans, who endured fluctuating fortunes and watched their club struggle both on and off the pitch. The financial instability and inconsistent performances became synonymous with the club during this period. The turning point, the 1999 playoff final. The 1998 to 1999 season was a turning point in Manchester City's history. Relegated to the third tier, the club found itself at a crossroads. The playoff final against Gillingham at Wembley became a defining moment. Trailing 2-0 with just minutes left, City staged an incredible comeback to draw 2-2 and then won the match on penalties. This victory marked the beginning of City's resurgence. The Sheikh Mansour era and unprecedented success, 2008 present. The most transformative period in Manchester City's history began in 2008 when the club was purchased by the Abu Dhabi United Group, led by Sheikh Mansour. This acquisition brought significant financial investment and a vision to transform City into one of the world's leading football clubs. Under the management of Roberto Mancini, City won the FA Cup in 2011, their first major trophy in 35 years. The following year, in 2012, City clinched the Premier League title in dramatic fashion, with Sergio Aguero's stoppage-time goal against QPR on the final day of the season becoming one of the most iconic moments in football history. The success continued under subsequent managers Manuel Pellegrini and Pep Guardiola. Pellegrini guided City to another Premier League title in 2014, while Guardiola's tenure has seen the club dominate English football. Under Guardiola, City has won multiple Premier League titles, including a record-breaking 100-point season in 2017 to 2018, as well as several domestic cups, Champions League pursuit, and future aspirations. While Manchester City has achieved immense domestic success, the elusive Champions League title remains a primary objective. The club reached its first Champions League final in 2021 but fell short against Chelsea. Nonetheless, City's continuous investment in top-tier talent and Guardiola's tactical genius keep them as perennial contenders for Europe's most prestigious club trophy. Community and legacy. Beyond their on-pitch achievements, Manchester City has also made significant contributions to their community. The City Football Group's initiatives have aimed at improving local infrastructure, supporting youth development, and promoting social causes. The club's commitment to giving back to the community underscores its broader impact beyond football. Conclusion: from their humble beginnings in 1880 to their current status as a global football powerhouse, Manchester City's journey is a testament to resilience, strategic vision, and the transformative power of investment. The club's history is rich with memorable moments, legendary players, and a passionate fan base that has supported them through thick and thin. As Manchester City continues to build on its success, the future looks bright for the Sky Blues.